Have you ever wondered why a texture looks so fake, so plain, almost like a plastic? Now, the answer is really simple. It's right here. It's called specular. And I just don't know why I don't have any memory of anybody talking about this in any video, especially for beginners. This is really crucial. Let's just take a look at this grass texture, for example. You could just see it doesn't look real. And the solution is really simple. You just use the specular map that comes in with the texture sets you downloaded or whatever the models you have. There will be a specular map and you're just going to use that. Plug that map into the specular and now you're going to see the difference immediately. This is before, this is after, and you can just see the texture is much more solid now. So here's how it works. A part of grass is not going to bounce the same amount of light as a piece of paper does, right? And yet the default value of specular is 0.5 in Blender, and nobody just tweaked that. When you talk about PBR textures, you think about base color, you think about roughness, you think about metallic, you think about normal. But you don't think about specular, right? Now, if we take a look at this specular map, you can just see it's a really, really dark image, which means the specular value is really low. So if you just don't have a specular map, you can just simply turn down this specular value to something like 0.1 or something, and you can see the difference. And you can also just take out the base color and just add a color ramp and make it black and white, and just like turn the white part down to something like this. So you can also get some varieties from that base color and just plot that into the specular, and you can also see some differences. And if you want to make something fancy, you can just push this more. So right here, I'm just going to use a very, very simple image and without any PBR textures. Let's just take a look at this road texture right here. And now it's just a simple image and there's no like varieties, there's no details. And right now I'm just going to take that base color and just simply plot that into the specular. I'm just going to add a color ramp into that. And right now I just want the cracks to bounce less light, so I'm just going to make them darker and I'm just going to flip the color ramp. And you can just tweak that a little bit. You can just see a lot of details like that, because in real life, different stuff are going to bounce different amount of light, right? And that is exactly what is happening right here. And you can just do the same thing for the roughness like this. And for the roughness, the white part is going to be rougher. So now I don't want the road to reflect so much light. So I'm just going to increase the dark part like this, just a tiny little bit. So with the roughness and with the specular, your image is going to look much better. And also you can just plug that base color into the normal and just add a bump node. And you're going to plug that base color into the height. And for now, you can see a tiny little bit of detail, but you can just increase the distance into 1 and then just lower the strength to 0.2 or something, or 0.1. And now you can just get a lot of details from one single image. And now let's just take out the specular. And you could just see this material doesn't look right anymore, right? So yeah, specular is so important. Just never ignore that. And I'll see you next time.